UFC Bantamweight contender Julia Avila. How does that sound? The contender part.
Feels, it feels pretty good. It feels good to get that recognition. I've worked for a long time and really, really hard to get that. So it's good.
Yeah, you worked a long time, but it only took you two fights, and it was two impressive finishes, and in such a short period of time, being in the UFC, right?
Yeah. But I mean, like I just think it was the right timing for me, and it just shows to the work that it speaks volumes to the work that I put into my camps and everything.
Before we get into your opponent, I wanted to talk about your Twitter because it's like you've become much more active on there. I've noticed, and then I seen that you got locked out. What happened with that?
So I really enjoy commentating during fights. I think
Mhm.
it's a lot of fun. I do that during the Invicta fights. I do that during all the UFC fights. Um, it's just fun to do. I don't know if I got locked out because of something I said. Probably. I was a little not PC.
Mhm.
And so I think I got locked out, but I'm back on and I'm back for some good old fun commentary.
Did somebody report you? You think?
Probably. Just people
Wow.
that get offended with certain words, which is fine. I get it. But I feel like if you're going to get offended by, just a meaningless word, then you got other things that are probably bothering you. So I'm not losing any sleep over it.
Exactly, exactly. There's Twitter is it's a dirty animal out there.
Yeah.
Now, Nico Montano, you're supposed to fight her August 8th, and then it was postponed because of COVID. Her coach tested positive, I guess. What
Yeah.
was your reaction when you first heard that whole situation?
I mean, best wishes to her coach. I never want anyone to fall ill. I don't wish that on anyone. But if any one of my corners were to test positive, I would just drop them and stay true to my agreement, my bout agreement. So that's just different priorities for different people. I'm glad that she is still sticking it through. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't know, I'm just glad that I still have a fight. Honestly, it's I don't I haven't faced anyone that has signed the contract as of yet. Even this year alone, I've signed like 5 or 6 times, and with Gina, it was a 6 day short notice, and even then, that was a short notice for me. Nico got pushed back. Other fights, like it's just been a hassle. So I'm just glad I still have a fight.
Yeah, anybody that follows follows your career the last couple of years, they notice that even Cara Rosa, what, 4 times it's been canceled, and the
Yeah.
crazy part about that is she's fighting on this card with you.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, it's a mess,
Yeah.
and I'm not losing sleep over it. I just want to fight. I want to prove my worth. I want to find my way to that title fight.
You mentioned that both your fights were short notice. This fight you signed with about around 7 weeks out, and then it was pushed back. So your camp was basically what, 10 weeks?
Well, I've actually been in camp since February.
Mm.
So, because I was supposed to fight in March for the UFC Portland, and that got canceled because of the pandemic. And then I got signed for a May 3rd fight, but that got canceled. So I took a short notice fight for June, and then I signed for Nico's fight, and that whole situation happened. So it got pushed back another 4 weeks. So I've been in camp since February. My body is shutting down. I need a good break after this.
So this one, after you get it over with, you're gonna take a little break and pretty much recharge. You probably need it.
Yeah. Yeah. My body's gotten to the point to where like I haven't fully recuperated. I haven't built back the strength that I lose because I I mean, cutting weight is really, really taxing, and the the level that I put my body through is, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm a professional athlete, and I do professional things. So, it's not just a pastime for me. So we work really, really hard in my camp, and my body just needs a little bit of a break.
Well, I've been seeing some of the pictures you uploaded, and you look ripped. You look like Bruce. It's like a Bruce Lee body. You know what I mean? Your abs is crazy.
Thank you. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's just the right angles. It's all lighting.
All right. Now, Montano, you fought her in 2017. You beat her. When you look back at that performance, what is your assessment of the performance that you had?
Oh my gosh, it's really embarrassing. I think I look very young, very dumb, very unrefined. But I've done a lot of growing since then, and with my technique, with my strength, with my fight IQ. So, I mean, worst comes to worst, the best way to look at it is like it's going to be a shorter fight, right? Because it's not going to be 5 rounds. But yeah, it's just kind of embarrassing to look back at the athlete that I was in comparison to who I am now.
When you look at that, where do you feel like you advanced the most in your skill set?
My fight IQ, being able to read and not be so raging. I've learned to control my strength, learn to read my opponent, and get more into just being able to decipher the situation. So it went from a game of checkers to a game of chess.
You and her both have developed throughout the years. When you fought her, she had more pro experience than you, but this time around, you have more pro experience than hers. Do you feel like that will be the X factor in this fight, the experience that you guys have obtained?
I think she still has a lot more experience than I do. I literally only have 10 fights under my belt, just 10. Yeah, and the majority of those, like all my AMI fights finished in the first round. I don't have a lot of cage times, and she does. So as far as that experience goes, like she still has that leg up on me, but I think, I trained for this, and we're both ready. I don't think that's going to be a determining factor in the performance.
Well, with that said, she's only fought once in the past 2 years or so. Are you a believer in that ring rust, that good old fashioned ring rust?
Oh yeah. I think so. The experience isn't going to play a factor, but the ring rust is. I've never heard that term, but I think that's very valid. She also, I feel, has a lot to prove. So I think she's going to come out strong. She's going to come out with wanting to have a statement or wanting to make a statement. So I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for her to try to do some uncharacteristic things just to prove to the world who she is.
So do you envision her, a dogfight, or do you envision yourself using that aggression against her and just being able to, take her out pretty quickly?
Hopefully I get to take her out really quickly, right? Getting a 21-second TKO rather than 22-second would be nice. But hoping and planning for one thing, and then actuality is completely different. She's durable, and I know that, and she's as resilient as she is mentally. She's resilient physically, so I know it's going to be difficult to get that knockout, and I'm not expecting it. I really want to showcase what I can do otherwise. So I definitely want to get a finish. I want to make a statement just as much as she does, but I don't think it's going to be a knockout.
Now, I wanted to get into the Bantamweight division, because the state of the division is somewhat in limbo with Amanda Nunes. She hasn't defended the title since, I believe, July of 2019. That's a long time. That's over a year ago. And what do you think?
We were on the same card when she last defended uh, with the John Jones. It was July 6th of last year. Um, I mean, the division it has a lot of talent, and these girls aren't going to go down to 125, and they're not going to go up to 145. So, I mean, the division is here to stay. We just need to make a splash, and we need to, I think, show why they signed us, why the UFC signed us. Whether I know there's a lot going on in Amanda's life, and she might be turning a new leaf. Whether I get to fight her, I mean, that's up in the air. I would love to, and if I don't get to fight her, I want her to be in my corner because she is a wealth of knowledge, and I think I can learn a lot by either being her opponent or being her protege.
It's great. Well, she does have a fight coming up, with the featherweight belt against Megan Anderson. Do you see Anderson possibly pulling off an upset? It seems like people are counting her out already.
I don't know. I just would like to see a good fight. I know that it's going to be that's a fight for the fans. I think that's a great fight. The 145 division is really thin. It's funny because it's 145, but it's lacking in fighters. So I hope that they build that up a little bit.
Yeah, I hope so too. Now, one more thing. Paige Van Zandt, she was in the news, and it was just a twist that she signs with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Did that take you for a loop?
I didn't see that coming. I was really shocked that they would do that. I thought she might go to One or even Bellator. But, best wishes to her if she thinks that that's what's going to pay out. I don't know her personally, but again, like, that's not something I would want to do. My career outside of the UFC, of MMA, would not. It's not conducive to my lifestyle. So it's just not something that I would ever do.
Yeah, it's a different mindset, right? Your mindset is more of you want that belt, you want that championship, you want to carry that gold, right? The money is secondary.
Right.
Yeah. So, complete different mindsets.
Yeah. So, like I said, best wishes to her. I don't think it's going to be conducive to her acting career, or if that's something that she wants to pursue. But bare knuckle boxing or bare knuckle fighting and action, or not action films, but like the Hollywood it doesn't go hand in hand.
Yeah, I don't see too many bare knuckle boxing or fighters in movies lately. So it is what it is.
It just pigeonholes you into a typecast. So
you're back in the cage, September 5th.
Yes.
UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas, a rematch. But I feel like this one is going to be totally different, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun, and the level that you guys are both fighting at is so high. And it's one to like keep an eye on this card coming up.
Yeah, we're going to steal the show for sure, just like we did last time.
Thank you so much, Julia, for the time, and enjoy the process and have fun and be safe.
Thank you so much. Y'all have fun.
Hey guys, Sasha Platnikoff here, letting you know to tune in to SCMP Post Fight for all your weekly martial arts news.